As soon as Jessica took off for her so-called work trip to New York with her secret partner, thinking I had no clue, I moved quickly. The second her car vanished down the street, I went into motion. I wasn't going to sit around drowning in sorrow or asking questions she'd only twist into lies. No, I had a much sharper plan. My first strike was financial. I logged into our joint accounts and, with calm precision, shifted every dollar into my private savings. It wasn't out of bitterness or greed. It was about reclaiming what was rightfully mine, money I earned while she played wife and plotted betrayal. I left just enough to be noticed, not enough to destroy her trip instantly, but enough to rattle it. She'd feel the sting. Next came the clean cut. I removed her from my digital world, cancelled her line from our shared phone plan, blocked her number, deleted her from social media. No texts, no excuses, no chance for fake apologies. She had no easy way back. Silence would speak louder than any argument. But the most satisfying blow came the next day with a phone call. Her mother's number flashed on my screen like a signal before detonation. The moment I answered, she erupted. "Selfish bastard," she shrieked. "Because of you, Jessica can't enjoy her trip with a real man." I paused, let her venom drip, then replied coolly, "If he's a real man, he can cover her escort fees." Dead silence. A sharp gasp. That told me enough. I hung up. That was the last time I spoke to any of them. I didn't collapse. I didn't beg. I didn't lose nights searching for reasons. I already had all the proof, romantic texts, secret bookings, and deceit I never expected from the woman I shared my life with. For 8 years, I thought we had something solid. A suburban home in Dallas, steady jobs, trips, laughter, a marriage people admired. But underneath was rot. Jessica no longer spoke to me as she once did. She grew distant, glued to her phone, shielding it as if I were the intruder. Late nights at work became her routine, and my instinct screamed the truth. One night, she left her phone beside her. A message lit up, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. Hands trembling, I picked it up. The words confirmed every suspicion, messages filled with passion, not for me. Plans for New York disguised as business. In that instant, something inside me shattered, not only my heart, but my faith in us. She had chosen someone else, deliberately, knowing the risk. Or maybe she believed I'd never catch on. Or worse, that I'd do nothing if I did. She miscalculated. That same night, while she slept peacefully beside me, I decided I wouldn't fight. I'd let actions deliver the lesson. I would remove myself from the narrative she scripted and start a new one where I had control. And that's exactly what happened. By the time she touched down in New York and tried to swipe our card for dinner, reality must have hit her. No money, no contact, no lifeline. Just her fling, and the slow burn of realization that the man she betrayed wasn't the fool she thought. My closure didn't come from shouting. It came from silence. From decisive action. And in that quiet, I rediscovered something I hadn't felt in years: peace. Eric braced himself for fallout. The image of her stranded in some hotel with her lover, fumbling over declined cards and blocked calls, brought a dark grin across his face. No guilt. No hesitation. Only cold justice. She had made her choice, and now she'd bear it. Hours later, he kept his phone close. He knew Jessica wouldn't stay silent. What he didn't expect was the call that came the next morning, one that would shift the whole story. Coffee in hand, he saw his mother-in-law's name flash. He wasn't surprised. Jessica must have realized what happened, and of course she ran crying to her mother. When he finally answered, the storm erupted instantly. "You selfish bastard," she roared. "Because of you, Jessica can't even enjoy her trip with a real man." The sheer audacity nearly made him laugh. Here was a woman defending betrayal while blaming him for the mess. He let her rant, every insult bouncing off him. Then, with calm precision, he cut her down. "If he's a real man, then he can pay for her escort services." Silence. A gasp. He ended the call. That moment sealed everything. He had stripped away their entitlement, their smug assumption that he'd tolerate their twisted version of loyalty. Jessica's illusion collapsed fast. Cards declined at the hotel, panic flooding in as she realized she was cut off. Her business trip lie unraveled right in front of her lover. No money, no shield, no husband to lean on. The man she had chosen was suddenly forced to carry the weight of their fantasy. The dream trip soured into a nightmare. Eric could picture the tension, the blame, the cracks forming between them. Meanwhile, His mother-in-law unleashed a storm of voicemails and texts, ranging from threats to pleas. He ignored them all. Each message only proved how deep her complicity ran. For Eric, the freedom was overwhelming. The chains of deceit no longer bound him. Jessica wanted both, his devotion and another man's thrill. But she lost it all. And Eric? He found clarity. The betrayal that once cut him now looked like a shadow fading behind a brighter horizon. He hadn't just walked away. He made sure the ripples of her choices came crashing back. That was his justice, his closure. Slowly, he rebuilt his life. No illusions. No weight from someone else's sins. Looking back, Eric realized it wasn't pure revenge. It was about reclaiming himself. Sometimes healing isn't just leaving, it's ensuring the ones who wronged you face every ounce of consequence. Now, with his life firmly in his own hands, Eric was content. "I've rebuilt my life," he reflected. "And I've never been happier." Jessica learned the brutal truth: you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Her betrayal cost her everything, and the loss of Eric would burn long after the money was gone. As the story closed, Eric faced the audience with steady eyes. "What would you have done?" he asked, inviting them into the moment. If this hit you, give it a like and subscribe for more stories like this one. Let's keep uncovering these journeys together. And don't forget to hit the bell. His journey ended not in bitterness, but with conviction, leaving his viewers to sit with the lesson beneath it all. In the ruins of betrayal, there's always a path back to strength, clarity, and freedom.